Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome back, y'all, to episode 16 of the Untitled Africans podcast. I'm Sheba Sheree. I finally came to the show 16 years later.
I'm Wangeshi, but
I'm Brian, but
yeah.
just to be.
You just wanted to be shady.
I just want to be shady, but yes, I'm Brian.
Yes.
Welcome back to Sweet 16.
Oh, this is because this is our 16th episode.
Yeah,
you're right.
The drinks are back. We're celebrating.
What are we celebrating?
Episode 16. No.
Sweet 16.
See, it's like pink, like the 16.
Oh my God. Is it giving Tiana Taylor?
Yes.
Hey.
Cheers. Welcome back, y'all. Oh, girl. How are you?
I'm good.
How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been productive. I've been watching a lot of ADHD videos and
not you self-diagnosing.
and V-part wig videos. And yeah, just learning a lot about myself.
You're trying to get a V-part wig?
Yes.
She's trying to get that 30-inch red ARIEL bust down. She's trying to learn before we got to go to the premiere.
Oh, no, because then that would require me dyeing my hair, and that's not happening.
Oh, V-part is like you got to...
It's like a part of your... Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just trying to, give my hair a break.
See, I know the lingo.
Yeah,
Shit. Period.
So, give my hair a break and give my hair, some volume. It's going to be giving volume. It's going to be giving thick, Dead City honey.
That's that thick.
Hey.
That's that that what you like.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look at you. We love when you learn new skills and shit.
Thank you. I had a son this week, so that was exciting. He was 10 years old.
Wait, pause. If y'all are just now tuning in, if you're listening in from this point, no, she did not mean her own child.
At this moment in time. Who was my son for 2 days, though? Well, no, 1 day.
So you had a whole child on your head?
No, he was 10, 11 years old. He was way too big to be on my head. He was almost my height.
So you got to hang out with him and just play so mom?
Fun. We were... Yeah, literally, because it was for this commercial. I was playing his mom. But he was showing me his TikTok, and he has these cool anime edits and stuff.
What's his follower count?
Oh, I don't know.
Can we exploit him for views?
Oh, he definitely gets the views.
Oh, baby.
He's like, what's your TikTok? I'm like, I'm too embarrassed to even say.
You should have given the podcast TikTok.
Oh, I should have.
Look at you fumbling the bag.
I don't know how to plug properly.
How are you working in entertainment and you don't know how to plug?
It's
not like part of becoming an actor 101, plugging your shit.
Knowing your brand, spreading your brand.
Literally.
But it's something you gotta learn. I'm still learning.
You still get there.
I'm still learning.
I'm gonna get you on there because anytime I'd be like, oh, you on my Insta? Let me give you my podcast. Yeah, I have a podcast.
Oh, yeah, it comes out weekly on Tuesdays.
I'm plugging.
We've been going on for a while now.
If y'all have been following us, listen, last episode was one of our
best.
Chef's kiss, just the best.
One of it's not even needed. It just was.
Period. It was the episode.
Yeah.
Top all episodes.
Yes.
If there was a podcast award ceremony like the Emmys where you could submit, I would submit that episode.
Ooh, yes.
And we would definitely, I feel be top within the nomination at least.
Yes.
But that was a good episode.
That was a great
but
episode.
I've been plugging that episode to every single person.
Hey.
If you're in my contacts, you probably got a message from me saying, hey, check out this new episode we just posted.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, hell yeah. People were like, when did I sign up for these reminders? Oh, okay.
Is it spam?
I was like, no, it's not spam, it's me.
If I click on this link, will I get a virus on my phone?
Nah, it was just me, y'all. But we love that y'all listen. And
and people were definitely more engaged.
And loving it.
Yes, thank you so
much.
We
love it, and we appreciate
it. Send us a text, a message, a comment.
If you saw us in person, you were just like, I fuck with y'all.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
We really do. That positive feedback means a lot.
Because, baby, I feel like after that, because we recorded that episode, and then literally right after, feedback was coming. I was like, oh, shit.
Yes, it was great. It was literal.
We're like, okay, we're definitely
positive reinforcement.
We're like, we're definitely headed in the right direction. So,
yes.
Shout out to our girl Esther for pulling up, coming through the pod. We love her.
Dropping the gems and just being a natural.
Yes.
She do this. You would have thought she had a podcast for years, the way she was spitting.
Period.
Like, sis, where's your show? We need it.
But don't worry, she'll be back for another episode.
Definitely.
You just gotta stay tuned to check what that'll be.
Every episode.
XOXO. Untitled podcast.
Gossip Girl.
Anywho,
yes.
Let's just go ahead and get into my favorite segment. What's plaguing the girls? It has been a wild ass week. Okay.
Oh yeah, in the news and
the news, and the timelines, the For You page, everything is going off. First of all, let's just start with She by Sheree is finally out.
Hey!
Because this woman, after 16 years, she finally released She by Sheree. Only to crash the website, allegedly. It crashed. Because there were so many people trying to buy.
She said, thanks for the love, y'all.
Thanks for the love. But then they were like, girl, there's an Amazon 2-piece set that you were selling on your website.
It's literally on Shein for $5.
It was on Amazon for like $26, but she's selling it for $145.
It's giving trash bag.
I'm dead. By the way, guys, our long-standing studio guest, unofficial studio guest, Courtney, is here with us today.
We gave her a mic, y'all.
Yeah, she got a mic this time, so y'all definitely gonna hear her opinions.
It's giving Walmart. It's even wrinkly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would I pay $150 for non-quality?
Girl, it should be $1.50. She tried it.
Y'all,
the audacity.
The memes that came out of this shit, y'all really were dragging this poor woman. But She by Sheree is officially out, and she did say September, summer, fall, winter.
And she said summer, fall, winter.
Athleisure, joggers.
February 31st,
joggers. It just honestly for how much that she's
2036.
selling it, I don't think it's worth it. But hey, shout out to her. Let her, secure her bag or whatever.
Yeah.
No, Brian's encouraging fuckery.
I'm not encouraging I'm just saying the woman, every Real Housewife has to have like her own like gimmick or something.
At first, when I saw it, I thought it was like, the girls on Twitter be talking about how Shein and stuff stole their design. So I thought that's what that was, but I didn't realize.
Oh no, that was her official.
She took the design from Shein and these other websites.
But
no, that's not an excuse. If you're gonna do a business and you're gonna charge people money that they're sleeping at work for, make sure it's quality. Like she has money. Like her ex-husband has money, so it's the fact that you're giving poor quality and charging $150. No, I'm not buying a $150 trash bag when I could buy a wig. Like, stop playing with people.
Courtney said, I'm trying to get my True Glory 30-inch bust down middle
because
part.
People are working hard for that. It's like the audacity. It's not even giving rainbow material. It's giving Walmart
not rainbow. Not white rainbow in it.
No, rainbow has good material, but what I'm saying is like, I could understand you spending $150 and maybe like 3 outfits from Rainbow, but a t-shirt that's wrinkly, you didn't even steam it. You didn't even let it. You didn't even turn on the shower and hang it up there. That's the ghetto version of steaming.
Courtney said, whoever the fashion director was for this production
needs to be fired immediately. Exponentially.
Well, Sheree, I'm glad you got your shit out there finally, because
No.
Courtney says she will not be buying it.
And nobody better waste their money on that. Support somebody who's serious. If we're going to be for Black businesses, then support people who are serious, not people that are trying to take your coins for trash.
Oh, Sheree, if you're listening, you got read to filth by Miss Courtney.
You did.
Period. Because she ate her. But her shit's finally out. Whether you buy it or not, that's up to you. Courtney definitely said, don't do it. It ain't worth it. So we, it got the Courtney stamp of approval. Disapproval. Correction. But moving on. So the white side of the internet has been a tizzy this entire week. So the movie Don't Worry, Darling, right? Have you heard of it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, yes. With Florence Pugh.
Yeah, it has like those very weird 5-second commercials on YouTube.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of drama behind it because the director, Olivia Wilde, apparently originally casted Shia LaBeouf in the role that Harry Styles ended up playing. Okay, right?
There's a lot of names.
Girl, it's a whole, literally, I had to draw a whole fucking map to figure this shit out. So she hired Shia LaBeouf, but then FKA Twigs came out with sexual assault allegations against Shia LaBeouf. Then all of a sudden, all of a sudden Shia LaBeouf is off the project. Mm-hmm. And Shia LaBeouf is saying, I wasn't fired, I chose to leave. Olivia Wilde is saying, I fired him. Or it was whatever, amicable decision, whatever. Then a video comes out from Shia. Shia goes, I was not fired. Here's the receipts. He went to, I think it was like People Magazine or InStyle Magazine. It's like, here's the receipts from Olivia Wilde saying I was not actually fired. Boom, right? there's a video of him saying, of Olivia Wilde saying, I feel like, we can make this work if you could come back to the table. And Miss Flo, Florence Pugh, who's also
Miss Flo from Progressive.
Girl, let me tell you, it's a whole thing. So that all happens, but then there's beef between Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde, because Florence Pugh is like, well, Shia LaBeouf was very aggressive, and how could you have, somebody like this on set, think you're whatever. So they have beef, the director and the actor.
And the main character?
Yes, one of the main leads. On top of now, Olivia Wilde also, apparently, she ended her, I think it was her marriage to Jason Sudeikis, who's her husband, because apparently she ended her relationship, but then it came out that there were pictures of her and Harry Styles like holding hands and shit, and apparently they were dating.
Is it? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
She's way older than him. He's way younger. It's mad weird. So that came out, but then all of a sudden, after Shia LaBeouf gets fired or leaves the movie, Harry Styles get cast in her movie that she's directing. Weird. Okay. Then there's a whole bunch of stuff about her talking about how the whole time, about the movie is about women taking back their sexual freedom. How about there's like the scene of like Harry Styles going down on Miss Flo, and it's like, and then it just made the whole movie about that. And Miss Flo was like, oh hell no, that is not what I'm about. This movie is a lot more. So then Miss Flo is just like, I will not talk or do press for this movie at all, right? So then it comes to the Venice Film Festival. This is where it all went
where I see
down. I'm telling you, the white side of the internet has been eating this shit up all week. So they're at the Venice Film Festival. Florence Pugh was like, I will show up. I will not do the press interviews. I will walk the carpet. I'll show up to the screening, but that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then Olivia Wilde is like, she goes out and tells the press, Flo couldn't make it because apparently she had this other movie called Dune to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the director didn't want her offset, and we could only have her for the day of the screening. That's why she's not at the press release. Then Florence Pugh posts a video on her Instagram of her in Venice during the press conference, drinking an Aperol Spritz and just like, hey, I'm here.
LOL.
And the girls were like, wait, what is going on? So then she's like, that happened. But then Harry Styles did this weird ass interview. This movie has had the most insane press coverage from beginning to end. And it's not even coming from like the PR people have been busy trying to like suppress this shit. And the more they try to suppress shit, just more people are just like, to the point where it even made it to Black Twitter. And Black people were like,
I didn't know about this.
And then Black Twitter was like, Flo. They were like, Florence Pugh. Is that the full name for that Florence and the Machine lady?
Look, I fully thought it was going to be Florence and the Machine.
Yo, this has been the most entertaining thing to watch. Because when white people do shit, and like when white celebrities are in a whole bunch of mess, this just gives me like old Hollywood nonsense. Like back in like 2000s, when like Britney was beefing with Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton.
LOL.
And the press was just like, every time they'd be out, like, Paris, what do you do? Firecracker. Like, they were just calling each other's name. They said, I missed the golden age of
your
just
life.
Messy ass Hollywood. I live for this shit.
Yeah,
it was the best. I have white internet has been giving me life because the memes that have been coming out of this, and it's just been great. I've just been living. I've really been having my moment.
I love that for you. All I know is I saw Chris Pine looking disinterested in the press conferences. The girls tried to say that Harry Styles spit on him. They were doing stop-by-stop playback, like they were.
God.
This was a football game.
Yes, they were doing
to see if he
replays and like where was the spit, because there was no spit, but his mouth formed like he was about to spit.
And then Chris Pine looked down at that exact
and he stopped
moment,
clapping. Yeah, and he got really uncomfortable. He said, "Okay."
Yeah, it was just it looked like a lot.
But then Miss Florence Pugh has just been my favorite this whole time. She has not said a single word, but the way she just been like drops here and here. Like, I remember there was an Instagram that she posted. Her stylist posted of like Miss Flo, just saying Miss Flo, and the internet was like, oh, her stylists are in them on the joke. They're totally making fun of it. There was a picture or like a video on her Instagram or her makeup stylist's Instagram of them wearing a t-shirt saying Miss Flo. So they're just like, oh, her entire team is making a whole joke about this.
They having fun.
They're
I would
having
be
so
too,
much fun.
honestly. If you're just in random internet drama that
it's absolutely pointless. And
exactly. It's
Like,
like you might as well just
have fun with it.
Yes.
That's what she's doing, and I live for it. So the white internet has been white interneting this entire week. But moving on, Beyonce's birthday party.
Oh yes, happy 41st to Bay.
Her and Jennifer Hudson are both Virgos.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, all the Dream Girls are Virgos. Even Anika Nani Rose.
Oh, wow.
She's a Virgo. I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
Period.
Go off, Virgos.
But her birthday party, it was a who's who of who's who. And I was so mad. I was like, where was our invite be?
Everybody was there. Like,
who wasn't there?
Everybody.
If you weren't at Beyonce's birthday party,
would be there.
where were you?
What were you doing the night of Beyonce's birthday party?
Her 41st birthday party. Where the fuck were you?
What were you doing? That moment in history.
It looked like the most fun. Who wasn't there? Lizzo was there. Michael B. Jordan was there. The Kardashians got invited. Kim, Chris, Corey, and Khloe.
Corey?
Yeah, Chris's black boyfriend.
Chris's
the mom. Her black
he's
boyfriend.
like a basketball coach or something, right?
Girl, I don't know what that man does. He's just everywhere.
He's a manager or something of a basketball team.
No,
I don't know. Or LeBron or something.
No,
I don't know.
That's Rich Paul. Rich Paul.
That's somebody else.
Yeah, Rich Paul and Adele were there.
Oh,
because Rich Paul is best friends with LeBron.
And Rich Paul dated Chris.
No,
Chris was dating some basketball manager. I don't know.
Chris is the mother.
I know. Has age ever been a factor in Hollywood to stop things?
She wasn't dating anyone in basketball.
No, she was. She was dating some basketball players, like agent's friend or something.
That's probably Corey then.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Let me not act like I know what's going on in that world.
Man does. But yeah, they were there. Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian were both there, and it was mad weird. I was like, Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce. She did this on purpose because she definitely did. She was sitting back. I have a feeling she was probably sitting in VIP somewhere, watching, eating popcorn. Like, ooh, I want to see what's going to go down.
Because I feel like this was literally just publicity. Like, I'm gonna have all the girls there because I can.
Because you know who else was invited?
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
And you know Taylor Swift has beef with Kim Kardashian apparently because of the whole whatever. Anyway, but yeah, everybody was invited, and I was very much left out, and I felt bad.
Yeah,
we should have gotten invites
one day, just not yesterday.
It's okay. We'll be there for her 50th.
50th? I was thinking like 45th, you know?
No, 50th is more epic.
50th is definitely more monumental.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be there for that one.
That's so cute, though, that she had like the same kind of theme for her 21st and her 41st, the whole skater vibe.
I thought it was disco.
Yeah,
that's
like
the other thing.
Roller skating. I don't know if it was disco on her 21st.
That's the thing, because I was very much confused on what the theme was, because people were showing up in so many different things. Megan Fox and MGK were there. That was weird. I don't know why they were invited.
But Offset was like Michael Jackson.
Zendaya had this like 70s like blonde bob going on.
Halle Bailey looked so cute with her little big old afro
and their tracksuits that
funk,
with what's her man's name? I can never
BDG.
ABCD.
Okay, moving on.
No, I swear.
Michael B. Jordan. I don't know. His fit wasn't giving me anything. He wore a tank top.
Oh, the Smith twins were invited.
Smith twins?
Willen and Jada. No,
They're
Willow.
Not twins.
Willow and Jaden.
They're not.
I call
twins.
them the Smith twins because every time I see them, I'm just like they look the same age to me. I swear they're twins.
They're
I know
not. Jaden is like 23. Willow's like 21 or something around there.
I have a feeling they're almost as old as us.
Yeah, 23 and 21 or 22, 24.
They're that young.
There. That's not crazy young.
That's so young. I feel though.
No.
Then we're definitely young. We're not old.
Not you realizing their name, their ages made you realize you're not.
Because if
we're
that's
literally
young,
in our 20s. Like,
I feel like I'm 30. I'll be honest.
That's fair. This life mess is probably why it's just beating out ass every day.
Because they look like 19 to like 20.
Because their parents are Will and Jada Pinkett.
Because they ain't got to deal with life shit. Okay.
Have you seen that Key and Peele skit that like Jaden was like trying to act like I'm just a regular kid, whatever. And then the dude on the phone sneezed and he was like, "Dad bless you," like literally. Yeah. Dad bless you.
I love Key and Peele, but they got invited. I was like, damn, they're too young to be at a 41-year-old's birthday. But I guess
Halle Bailey's like their age, like Willow's age or something.
I don't know where Chloe was.
Where was Chloe? Was she there?
I haven't seen
If she
it.
wasn't there, she was probably shooting or something.
Shooting what? Or recording
Where's
anything?
this? Yeah.
Oh, I forgot she was gonna be in that.
She's like the star, the lead of it.
Sorry, jeez.
Act like
All the Bailey girls are really getting their acting chops.
They are getting their
They're working.
Yes. Okay, but you talked about Miss Kim. Was Ray J there? Ray J was busy doing something else.
Ray J was busy being messy on the internet. This man said, "Now we already know that this whole sex
tape
was definitely all the work of Kris Kardashian." She said, "We are going to be famous. I'm going to make my family famous." And sure enough, Ray J pulled up the receipts. He came out with the contract. Yep. He went on Instagram Live and showed the contract.
I thought this was known though. That's the thing. I thought we all knew this was
a
contractual agreement.
We all knew. We just didn't know to what extent.
Ray J said, "I was getting rushed to make the deadline for the release of this tape."
This man was like, "Oh, they finna get me."
Kris said, "You got 36 hours to release this flex."
And he showed video. Like where it says tape 1, Cabo, tape 2, tape. I said,
showed that proof that it was Kim's handwriting.
Yep. The Twitter girls were on it because they showed a picture of what like the contract said, and then they pulled up a picture of like a birthday card that Kim or Kris had given Courtney.
I thought Ray J
and they were like doing
that.
handwriting comparisons.
All of a sudden, there were those detectives. They were CSI, honey.
I'm like,
NCIS.
One thing about Twitter, they gonna find out the details. But at least now it's been confirmed. We have proof. I mean, I don't know what he wanted us to do with it.
Yeah,
I don't know why he brings this up every few years.
It was like Kim made it seem like she was a victim on her show.
Oh, like when Kanye got like the hard drive or something.
Oh my God, this tape has completely changed. But I don't watch their show, so this is like a very, very rough.
Is this when
synopsis? But something about the latest episode of their little show, she was crying about like how much the tape had impacted her.
Oh, and then Kanye bought the hard drive where the tape was on from whoever was holding it, and like had it sent to her before her SNL appearance, and it showed up in like this like suitcase, and he was just like, she was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, crying about this tape, and it's like your whole family put this arrangement. Like, girl, you're not a victim. Ray J's not some like disgust. I mean, he could be, but he didn't like do this out of spite for you or something. Y'all literally made this as a contractual agreement.
Because him and fucking Princess on Love and Hip Hop are a fucking mess.
I don't know how they're still together. I don't watch that
they were
show.
Together.
I don't know, but like the moment I saw him push her into a pool, that's when I was like, oh well, that was a toxic relationship. Glad that's not happening.
It was when he was in Vegas with his boys when I think she was having like his second child or something, or it was his second child's birthday with her, and he was in Vegas with his friends. I think that's what it was. And she was just like, "Are you serious right now? You're gonna miss your kid's birthday for a weekend with the boys? Like really in Vegas?" And he was like at some club in like some section and like girls. Or I was like, "Oh yeah, Ray J's been trash ever since." But
you still had a point with them.
But what was funny though is when he was on live, everybody else was asking him other questions. I saw one person who was like, Ray J, who was pregnant on the season finale of Moesha? Because since he was coming out with all these truths and facts, they were like, Ray J, let us know. Who was it?
Come on, Mythbuster. We got questions.
We got questions. I was like, you know what? Shout out to y'all getting to the bottom of the... No, because that episode to this day still haunts me. I want to know who was pregnant.
I definitely don't remember that.
But anyway, moving on to... Your favorite segment.
This week in Black Entertainment.
So what's going on? This week was
Out of the Sea.
Here does music go.
Wish I could be part of that world. That's it. That's That's it for Black entertainment. Moving on. Nothing else needs to be discussed. What's
You're
what in the
so
world?
rude.
Nothing else matters after that dropped.
Damn.
You
Okay.
could have been my background vocalist.
We would like to, the Untitled podcast would like to apologize to
I
all
ain't
y'all's
apologizing
ears.
for nothing.
Unfortunately, Ursula has
For
stolen
nothing.
Wangeshi's singing voice. That's why it wasn't.
That's fine. That's why I sound like Ariel at the moment.
I'm kidding.
But I got legs now. That's
I'm dead. You're done.
yeah. That's all I've been focused on this
In all
past
honesty, though,
3 days.
there is nothing else to really talk about.
When that dropped, I literally scrolled through Twitter and didn't look at anything else that didn't have the Little Mermaid, and I liked every single tweet
I was like, I
that
want to be involved.
included the Little Mermaid, because the way Halle just snatched my soul
Girl,
and pulled every tear in my eye out.
it's the way little Black girls have been reacting to that
Oh my god,
2-minute clip.
so precious.
I saw this one little girl who was like, Brown Ariel. I was like,
The real Ariel's brown. Said her, yes, she is.
Then I saw this other girl who was like, she looks just like me, Mom. I said, oh my God.
Yo,
The babies.
Yo,
I was like, this is why representation matters.
this is
There's
so
no other
important.
reason. I don't give a fuck about any other conversations that y'all are having around her and her eligibility for this fucking role. Her not looking the. I don't give a fuck.
The director himself said she was the first person I saw audition for this role.
And there
And nobody else even came close to being considered after her. And I tried. I did the screen test.
I gave everyone a
completed
shot.
the auditions. And nobody could
no.
match what Miss Halle Bailey did. So if you're mad about it, stay mad, because she is talented.
Period.
Okay? And the director said her as soon as she finished.
I want her.
As soon as she opened her mouth, he said, oh,
And
you are Ariel.
And honestly, I knew she was gonna. Well, like when I heard the announcement, I was like, Halle Bailey's Ariel. Okay,
It makes
I'm excited.
sense.
But then I saw her sing "When You Wish Upon a Star" at like the Disney 50th anniversary. I saw a YouTube clip. I was like, oh no, this girl is Ariel. There is nobody else that they could have chosen.
Yeah, if you've listened to any Chloe and Halle song ever,
Any covers that they have ever done.
as soon as they said Halle is Ariel, I was like, why didn't I think of this?
Who else?
This just makes so much. She is so graceful. She is so beautiful. She's so elegant. She has this innocence
down.
about her.
Oh yeah.
Like, she just exudes princess energy. Where I'm just like, of
Of
course.
It makes so much fucking sense.
Like,
And anybody else who has any other thoughts about like, oh, she's not ginger. Oh, she's not, really a redhead. Oh, it's all based on racism. Just say that. Just say you don't like Black
it's
people.
not coded language, but
It's all
whatever.
just say you don't like Black people.
But I mean, her hair could have been a little deeper red tone. But those people that are saying like they want her hair a little bit red, I mean, it's understandable because the real mermaid had
It's a
deep
mermaid.
red.
It was based on a cartoon
No, but the
story.
thing is,
The
like,
cartoon.
if it's just what I'm trying to say is like, if the only criticism you have is okay, maybe they could have put her in a red wig, that's fine. But some of the criticism on TikTok, one girl was like, oh, what about us gingers? And it's just like,
you have Merida from Brave. You have fucking
Beauty and the Beast.
exactly.
But
Like,
the thing is just kind of
You
like
have Ariel.
And there's
the cartoon
the actual
Ariel.
cartoon. It's not like they're putting this movie out and taking out the cartoon from every Disney. No,
But
you
the
will still
thing
have
is,
her.
A lot of these individuals
And Black people can be ginger too. I think that's where that goes over people's
that are
head.
making these racist comments are so used to seeing everything whitewashed. Y'all are the same people that said Jesus is white.
Ooh.
He's copper. Let's
Ooh.
come correct.
Come on, Bible.
So if we're going to sit here and talk about a princess being white, it's because, especially in America, we've gotten so used to the symbolism of beauty has to be white. It's very unrealistic.
European standards of beauty.
Yeah, like that's the same reason people were getting upset before, because Barbie at one point, they made an albino doll for albino little girls, and people were getting upset, just like when they made more brown Barbies. And it's like, why does everything have to be white? Do you white people think that you're just the only ones in the world? Like,
it's just when people are like, oh, it's just weird
ignorant.
seeing, a brown mermaid. It's weird seeing a brown elf. It's weird seeing.
Welcome to our fucking reality. Like, welcome to our everyday.
Exactly. It's weird to you seeing that because we're literally unrepresented, which is what we're over here trying to get through your thick skull. Is that the whole reason it's weird for you to see somebody who doesn't look like you is because it's all that's been on the screen for decades and decades and decades. And now we're getting just a smidge.
Tiny drop
of representation.
Tiny drop.
And these fictional characters, mind
they're
you.
not real.
And now y'all have a problem because, this is weird. I've never seen it like this. Of course you haven't seen it like this. The person who made it originally was born in 1800. Have they even seen people that look like us? We are no longer in that time period. And we're no longer trying to show that on the screen because, hey, guess what? Now we understand that there's other people out there in the world. And it matters for them to see themselves on the screen and see that they can be princesses. They can have fun in these fictional worlds too. It's not just about the blonde hair, blue-eyed, tall, dark, and handsome, still being a white person kind of image.
To this day, I will never understand how when white women said tall, dark, and handsome, they meant a white man, huh?
And yeah, those images don't need to always be perpetuated. Like, hello, brown people and black people exist.
Some white people, when they see you, they just see the fact that you're a Negro. Let's call it like it really is. Like some white people can really sit here and say that, I don't see you as a black. Yes, you do. Let's be honest. My hue is 2 shades darker than yours. And I'm not saying everybody is like that or every white person is like that. So let's clarify before people try to say I'm racist. But what I am saying is that sometimes just because we are so used to being around the majority race, we've gotten so accustomed to the majority being at the top that anybody that is below them, it's like when you get a level up, they feel like you're in competition. God created us all. Why is it that we cannot coexist as if he didn't create us all? We're not in competition with one another. And when it comes to Little Mermaid, allow her to have her moment. She deserves it. Don't come on there and be like, why isn't she gender? Or why isn't she white? It's because you're racist. Stay your ass at home.
Period.
Don't go to the movie theater.
And we're gonna
we will be there instead.
Beauty and the Beast.
Don't worry.
Sit your ass at home.
Your ticket will not be missed.
Y'all literally have Merida. She's a redheaded ginger. Y'all want representation? Y'all have her. She's a princess too. And she's at the Disney parks like all the other princesses. She's ginger. All right, then. And we're going to leave it.
That's how Sesame Street was doing them black kids. Bring back the Sesame Street. Wasn't it Sesame Street that was mushing black kids? The audacity. Y'all have come back for part 2. Sit your ass at home.
Part of that word.
This podcast has clearly gone into derailment. All right, there you go.
Halle Bailey sang that down.
When I promise you, there's somebody's black auntie, probably me, somebody's, Uncle Johnny gonna be sitting in the fucking audience at the movies. Go hear her sing that part. And when she hit that, out of the sea, wish I could be. Take your time, baby.
Yes,
take your time.
Honey.
That is going to be me. Because one thing I'm gonna do, because that girl, from what I've heard from people who have listened to the full song, even Melissa McCarthy, who's playing Ursula in this, she said there were several grown actual adults in tears as she was singing this song, as they were filming this. This girl has done the work.
Yeah, I also heard she learned how to breathe underwater for 3 hours.
And she got over her fear of water.
She over her fear of water. She grew gills for this role.
Period.
She was swimming in the Atlantic for 7 hours a day for this role. She morphed her legs together to actually become a mermaid for this role. Period. But y'all want to act like she don't deserve it.
Period.
Huh.
Period.
Huh.
But we will be in theaters with our 30-inch mermaid bust down.
Hey.
Her supporting. Because we love her.
Yes.
She's our Ariel. She's our Ariel, man. You got one more time to sing that.
I'm sorry. I'm obsessed a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, but she did that. But moving on Black Entertainment, what else is in?
Rat Shit. I don't know if you ever watched it because you don't like fun.
Okay. I will say this. I gave the show a chance. I did. It's a great show. Good show, even. It just wasn't for me.
Really?
It wasn't for me.
I loved it.
It just wasn't the Issa vehicle that I think
That you like?
Yeah.
Like the type of show maybe that you like?
I don't know if it's the type of show. You know what it gave?
What?
Star.
I
on
never
Fox.
watched that.
It gave Star on Fox. Maybe that's just,
maybe the whole group girl discovery kind of
I
thing.
think so. I think that's what like tainted it for me. Like the whole.
Maybe it's because you watched Star and that tainted, and that reminded you of it because you didn't enjoy Star.
Yeah, because I even watched like Empire and stuff, and that. I think
Yeah,
like the
I know
whole
usually
story of like discovery and like music. I'm just like, ugh, I hear so many bad stories already on the internet about girls getting signed to like certain labels and just getting fucked over left and right. I'm just like,
oh, you're not trauma attached to this.
I guess so. But
as somebody who watched it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gave messiness. It gave fun.
I see clips of. I saw a couple of clips. I think it was a finale. I'm not sure what episode it was. Of the girl saying she went to the bar to go get a drink. And
yes. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Well, if you haven't watched it, but she and the cops showed up. They're like, they're here for you. Like, and she started running.
She's like, I'm off the clock. What you mean? And she's like, it's the police over there.
They're here for you.
And
she started running in the uncomfortable ass shoes. For scamming.
Dress.
For
but
scamming.
They just got picked up for season 2. HBO Max knows not to, or Discovery Plus, I should say,
they
knows
don't
not
have
to fumble to money bags.
They don't have to fumble an Issa Rae bag.
Yeah, honey. They said we seduce and scheme our way to season 2 per the girls who watch rap shit know. If you know, you know.
But I'm happy for them. I'm glad Issa got another season 2 show.
Yes, and you know who else is on there?
Who?
Kid Fury.
Oh,
and he plays somebody straight. It's so funny to watch. Yes.
Yay, we love the diversity. The range.
Yes.
Talk about range. We love that.
Range. Yeah. And he's a writer on there.
Oh,
yes, he's a writer on there. But yeah, rap shit coming out with a lot of talent, showcasing a lot of fresh talent.
That's good. I love that for them. What else have I? Oh, what's it called? Why do I forget this woman's name? Jennifer Lewis. Oh. Her new book.
Yes.
This woman, I love her to death.
Her energy is everything.
She came out with a new book.
Yes.
And the way she released it was the funniest thing to me. She
announced it with her freaking song. You know what it reminds me of? Regina King when she turned 50.
Regina, who's the pretty girl? Who's my pretty girl?
But did you see Regina's birthday video when she turned like 50 or 51? I think it was when she turned 50. She's like, oh wow, that was bitch is old. What did I say? Oh, Regina Hall. Yeah, she said when I turned 50, she's like, a bitch is old. And she made a whole song of her. That's what Jennifer Lewis was giving with like her book announcement. Yo, it was just like a fun song. And I was like,
I live her PR. Every interview I've ever seen of her, like, and where she's like giving advice about life or whatever it is. This woman, she has lived in order to like give the type of advice that she has given. And every time you just be sitting there, just like, oh, let me eat this up because I know she is speaking word to somebody. Because there was once, I remember, this is my favorite quote from her. She was dating this man one time. She was driving down and she spotted a tree apparently that's like not indigenous to the area or whatever, but it had these beautiful pink flowers. And she stopped and like or whatever was like and just admired the tree, right? And immediately, like the dude that she was with, it was like looked over to her and was just like, you always doing some weird shit. Or like said something like real out of pocket about her and her like outlook on life or something. And in her mind, all she said, yeah, nigga, you better go.
Yeah, she said, I've never seen him again.
I was like, that's a word. Because if a man can't, support or even be like, you know what, you're right, babe. Or can't see or
even like the judging you for a statement
exactly,
like that.
Like he gotta go. I was like,
I'm not in a relationship.
Some of y'all bitches would never. Some of y'all bitches can't even do that to y'all niggas now who already be like, baby, doing too much. Can you like?
Yeah, like not in a relationship to be judged. That's what you have the whole world
But either
for.
way, this woman, I would gladly get this book and read it because I know it's probably got some bomb ass gems about life and shit. So,
and Jennifer Lewis is just funny and entertaining, and I expect her book to be exactly that.
Have you seen her in? I remember she was doing an interview somewhere, and she was asked about. She's in a new show actually. What's it called? It's got one of the girls from SNL on it. It's really funny. She was asked about the show. She was like, after Blackish, did you want to retire? What made you want to go into this and do this show? She was like, the show that I'm doing now is probably the best work that I've ever done. I was like, now I'm excited to see it because I'm like, if this is her best work, she knows herself. She knows when she's giving like good comedy and when she's not. So I'm very much excited to see her in that. So shout out to Jennifer Lewis and everything that she's doing. Love her. She's forever Hollywood's. Her and Loretta Devine are forever Hollywood's grandmothers. And we love them. And Cheryl Lee Ralph. I can never say her name right.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of new shows, Abbott Elementary is
back. Season 2.
Yes.
I'm so
excited.
Are obviously. Was that
is that a question?
Only for Ava.
Right. Ava's like, do I want to be back? I don't know.
Well, I'm an Emmy-nominated actress now, so I don't know.
Her, like, they all are.
I can't wait for them to.
The whole show has won an Emmy.
It has?
Because of casting. Yeah, they won a casting Emmy. Oh. And they say a lot of times the comedy show, I believe every time a comedy show has won
wins for casting, wins for overall comedy.
They win for the comedy show. Yeah.
I hope they do. This Sunday too.
I'm like, it's well deserved. That show is so funny. Like, I just enjoy
Quinta
it.
Really. We always give her praise every single time we talk about the show, but Quinta in general just she knew, like, she gave gold. She put together a team that was just incredible.
Yeah.
And just funny, hands down.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
I'm ready to watch some more.
I saw the trailer for it, and there's this one part that was really funny. Ava walks in, she goes, "Welcome back, dorks," and Abbott Elementary staff, and she's looking at her name? What's Quinta's character's name? And the white boy.
I don't remember character names. I thought
we literally only remember Ava.
We never remember character. We even struggled through Ava. Remember?
I'm like, what's her name?
And it was literally the most. She has 2 letters, y'all. Like
A-V-A.
Like.
I only ever remember her and Greg, who was played by Chris from Everybody Hates Chris.
You know who I remember? Zach.
He's black? Oh my God, no, Black. Sweetie, Zach. Thank you, though.
I remember his name very much.
I love her. I can't wait. I'm so excited for season 2. It's
Me
gonna
too.
be fun.
Yes.
But we have a new Disney had their D23. Is it D23? D23. Their D23 conference where they announced a Little Mermaid. That's what we got the little teaser trailer from. You got one more fucking time. I will cut this mic. I love her too, but you got one more fucking time. I love you. I will push that mic. I will mush you.
I don't know why you hating. Like, I'm just trying to keep it in people's brains.
Anyway, so they announced a new show based up with a collaboration with the this Pan-African animators that's gonna come out. It's called Iwaju. Is that what it's called?
Iwaju?
Yes, Iwaju.
Iwaju?
It's based in this like futuristic Lagos, Nigeria. It's an animated series.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's giving.
No wonder it sounds African. That word just sounded like it needed an accent, and now okay.
Yeah. So the show's called Iwaju. It's the location is like this futuristic like Lagos, Nigeria, which I'm very excited to see. But it's a Disney project with like it's animated, so like it's for the children.
Oh,
they're gonna be more representation. So if you're not happy about it, fuck off. Yeah, I said what I said.
That took a dark turn. We talking about a children's show. Can we be positive, please?
No, because even they be coming for the kids' shows.
Okay,
too.
but this is a positive space. This is for us to uplift it, not address the negativity.
Not disturbed, but yes, the new show is coming out. I don't think they have a date on it yet, but I have seen like from the D23 announcement though, like the animation looks so cool. And the way they've just done like the accent, not the accents, but like the language itself, it's very beautifully done. I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be good.
Ooh, I love it.
I love when Disney does like authenticity because they do research.
Yeah,
they do give quality and they do research, so I'm very much excited. but it's gonna be good.
I'm excited for that. Okay, what is it called? Iwaju.
Iwaju.
Okay.
Yeah. Courtney, how do you say that? IWAJIU.
Iwaju.
Is there like an accent to it?
Okay, let's hear it in your Igbo accent.
That's not Igbo. I think that's Yoruba.
Oh, never
where
mind.
my Yoruba king at? Come pronounce this.
But yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. I love animated shit, so that's gonna be very exciting.
Yes. Is that it?
I think that's it for Black Entertainment. Is it?
I feel like that's sweet.
Are we missing anything?
Oh yeah. Out of the sea. Wish I could be.
Shoves, literally.
What happened to Take Your Time, Pastor?
That's
Oh,
what
that's where
Halle
Halle-
Bailey does
That's
it.
fair.
That's
fair.
when Halle Bailey does it.
I
Moving on.
know.
What's what in the world? I said, what's what in the world? I
Hey,
said,
hey.
what's what in the world? I said, what's what in the world?
Hey. All right, say for what's in the world.
Let's get into it. What's going on?
Not great stuff. A third of Pakistan is underwater. In case you haven't heard, because I feel like
you came into that like a newscaster. Okay.
there's not enough. This is not being talked about enough. Like broadcast news.
So is it
just
from
on the timeline.
flooding due
'Cause,
to
it's like
high rain season, or
it's
is
like
it...
monsoon season just about over
shit.
there, and because of climate change, it's like intensified a lot more. So much that I think it's the southern region, but don't quote me on that. That is underwater
completely?
Yeah, like think Lost City of Atlantis, but make it the state of Michigan, like that kind of size.
Damn.
Like it's huge. That's why I'm like, it's crazy that we're just not really hearing much about it when literally the size of an entire state is just
underwater.
And so many people have lost their homes and their lives and their livelihood.
That's really unfortunate.
I'm just like, yo, this climate change stuff, y'all, it's not tomorrow. It's not
today.
Next week. It's not 2050.
It's happening today.
It's here right now.
So is this like the first like signs of like the right? Because that's one of the things they say climate change is bringing. It's like rising sea levels and shit.
Yeah, rising sea levels is real. I don't know I'd say it's the first signs, because with climate change it's hard to tell because it's like a process. But this is a very clear sign. This is one of the very first clear signs of it.
Because I know there was a mosquito fire in California that apparently has grown to like an actual wildfire. So
really,
yeah, it's gotten like a lot worse.
Yeah, I feel like California, you can't even like put a cigarette on the floor without it catching.
You gotta pour water on it, make sure it's really out.
Yeah, like hello, the Earth is suffering right now because
Mother
of
Nature
us.
is like, bitch, I'm tired.
I feel like she just wants to do a juice cleanse and get rid of us. She is like, what do I gotta do? These humans are trapped in me and they are just releasing toxins
out
in
of
my
me.
body. And I cannot survive like this. So if you want to do your own research, I highly suggest it. I believe it's China. It's either China or India. But like literally right next door to Pakistan, they're in a literal drought, like a very, very bad drought.
A third of Pakistan is completely underwater.
Yeah, so it's wild, like because climate change is affecting one country
one way.
Yeah, and then another way. And then I don't think we've really realized the gravity of it. Like this is about to be a global crisis, but it's not about to be until people like those in Pakistan, they need somewhere to go. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna go across the world, and all of a sudden,
it's a humanitarian
now
issue.
It's an immigration crisis, and we have too many people moving here. Well, girl, if you took care of our earth and they were still able to live in their own country, maybe they wouldn't be here if that's what you want.
And plus, Pakistan there's already like a lot of tension between Pakistan and India, and the different, the Muslim Indians and then the Hindu Indians. So it's like already.
Yeah, it's really, really sad. Like I can't imagine. Like imagine Georgia just being underwater. Like, what would you do if all of a sudden, not only can you no longer live in your home, you can't go to your friend's home, you can't go to your neighbor's home. Like you gotta move to a whole new state, whether you like it or not. Your home is no longer there.
Yeah.
So if you can support Pakistan financially in any way, I recommend going to see like looking up fundraisers, charities, something, because, and y'all, please, like, do what you can. Recycle.
Do your research though before you start
Like,
giving. Make sure you're giving to the right sources and resources.
And do what you can to prevent climate change as much as like actually possible for you as an individual. It's hard, but this is not going to change without our efforts first, individually, and before we can make any big changes.
Push your representatives in this primary season to vote for climate change initiatives.
Yes.
And that's been a word from your Untitled Africans podcast.
You're so irritating.
Sorry. You know me.
Gotta make it light again.
When it gets too preachy, you know I gotta be like, okay, let's back to light.
That's why we balance each other. Because I will preach, honey.
Back to, some lighter stuff. Kenya finally, the Supreme Court officialized the vote, and the president has been confirmed, and they said
Ruto instead of Uhuru. Ruto. Who's gonna make that mix? And the DJs, come on.
You're done. I hope there's some Kenya out there listening to this and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna use that. That's a fucking key right there."
Yo.
All I'm saying is we better get our cut.
That's gonna change.
But yes, they made the Kenya election results official. So Ruto is now the president-elect until his inauguration. I'm not sure when that's gonna be. It's so weird when because the election was recent, but it's randomly the middle or towards the end of the year. When ours is usually November, and you have December and then January.
Oh, you mean American elections?
Yeah, but there's August, September, and I'm so when does he get inaugurated?
Oh,
into his actual presidency, which I don't know when that's gonna be.
Yeah.
We
don't know enough of that.
We'll do
our research.
We'll let y'all know.
Come back with some facts.
If you're involved as a young person and you are Kenyan, you want to know when the inauguration, we'll let you know. But there has been a lot of turmoil as far as every 5 years there's always an issue when it comes to the election results. But it seems this year it's been somewhat peaceful, even though there have been certain violent outbursts here and there. But overall, I think it's been a more peaceful transition of power than in recent years. So we're thankful for that. But yeah, I'm just happy that, it's a new era for Kenya, new president.
Yes.
That's not related to Kenyatta. So
yeah, new hope.
Because, that bloodline was given very much reigning family kingdom.
Deep.
They were, because his grandfather, then his dad, then him. 3 generations.
That's wild.
Speaking of generations and reigning kingdoms, Lizzie's in a box. Lizzie's in a box. Lizzie's in a box. Lizzie's in a box.
Thank you so much for being tuned into the Untitled Africans podcast. We apologize.
Our host's comments do not reflect. I don't give a fuck. Lizzie's in a box and we partying all day. I don't give a fuck.
I wish I could see Courtney's face.
Nah, Courtney already know what it is. You already know what it is.
Disgraced mother. What is going on?
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down.
Hell is hot, and that's where you going.
Damn.
Oh, not this remix.
Hell is hot, and you go. Wow, okay. Anywho, unfortunately, Queen Lilibet is the second is no longer with us.
Brian, after you made a joke is when you want to
right, now you want to say unfortunately.
All I said was
after you sang London Bridge is falling down
and said Lizzie is in a box.
Hell is hot, and that's where you're going.
Hot.
Wow. Anywho, yes, Miss Girl's gone. She no longer with us. She dead. I'm sorry. This thing is so funny to me because all I can think about is every single meme that I have seen for the past week from the Black internet, Indian internet, Irish internet, every imperialist,
anti-imperial,
every colony that this country has ever held. All jokes. I don't give a fuck if it's disrespectful to her or whatever. I'm sorry. I don't care. This woman stood for an institution that has been the unfortunate pain in the backside of so many of the people in so many countries. They have been turmoil, just all out, just disgusting treatment of people of minorities all across the world and over for centuries.
I think people don't realize like British colonies were here until like the 60s. Like your parents were alive, your grandparents were well into their adulthood. A lot of people.
Kenya was a British colony until this woman was literally, she went into power while she was in Kenya. Like her dad died in 1952. Where was she? In Kenya, visiting her colony.
As the British government was like putting down the Kenyan rebellion and literally torturing people and killing people with axes and weapons. And this woman talked about having to bury 6 bodies for each plot of land because so many people were dying at the hand of British soldiers.
So when we say it's fuck Lizzie till I die, correction, when I say it's fuck Lizzie till I die, it's fuck Lizzie till I die. Because she went into power in 1952. That is when Kenya's rebellion against the British rule started. And you telling me this whole time she's, oh my God, what's going on? No, that woman knew.
It's like
she was being
empowered during
I don't care if she had a prime minister or whatever. She was still head of state. She still held very much an advising body to the current prime minister of the country and could have just been like, yeah, we need to free people.
Let up, girl.
Yeah, and this went on for years until I think like 1963
is when Kenya
10
got
whole
their
years.
independence.
10 whole years.
11.
While you're in power, and you telling me all these people dying because you just don't want to. You just want your tea farms. You just want your tea farms so you can drink your British tea. Fuck you till I die. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, because this woman, literally my grandma's age, is recalling about how she was trying to protect her husband who had went into the forest and British soldiers were looking for her. And she was showing the axe marks on her legs when the soldiers tortured her, trying to get her to reveal her husband's whereabouts.
We, just like how Black people have their own grandparents and great-grandparents who are alive and can speak on segregation and even slavery.
Indentured servitude.
Literally. Same way our grandparents, how we have generations who can recall the imperialist treatment of the British in all of these colonies. I'm talking India, any African country, honestly, the Caribbean, any countries in the Caribbeans, and some even in Latin America too. Like, it's lit.
It's wild.
The Commonwealth, yeah, they call the Commonwealth. Fuck that shit. No, we never wanted to be a part of it. That's why everybody asked for their freedom. And had to fight to get it.
And even at the point that they got it, it was not like the British were like, oh yeah, you deserve rights.
Oh my God, here. They were fighting tooth and nail to hold on to every single part of their kingdom.
Yeah, at that point it was like, oh dang, we
and still to this day, there's still other countries who are part of the British colonies that are just like, yeah, can we get our freedom now? Like, y'all done with this?
That's crazy. And many African countries and other countries, I'm sure, are trying to get their arts and artifacts and such back to be like, hey guys, so we made that, we created that, y'all kind of just stole it.
Yeah, when I tell you the memes that were like, hey y'all, so when the estate sale happening, when we pulling up to the British Museum, I got my truck ready. What's up?
And they said sale and put Killmonger up on it. They said, what sale, baby?
No, literally, we all pulling up like. Somebody, I remember one time they were like, in like a couple of years from now, they could finna dig up her body and her casket and put it up in like some museum in like Nigeria or something.
Do you hear this, Courtney? Get your friend.
I'm telling you. Listen.
I don't know about all that.
They're gonna make a Nigerian movie, The Queen Dies, Part 1, 2, 3, 4. Nigerians love to do that type of nonsense.
Will.
Like they
ready for that Hollywood.
Spider-Man crawling on a whole
with
human.
The worst CGI. Yo,
Did you see TikToks of Queen Elizabeth dancing?
Oh, TikTok made a whole like the giant, like the filter.
Yes, for dancing.
Listen.
Get it.
Everybody in the UK can go ahead and cry boo-hoo, Lizzie's gone. But everybody else around the world, it's really fuck Lizzie till we die.
And it's really dirty how that African professor was done after talking about her experience with British and the colonizers and how it impacted her and her Nigerian family and how they literally like displaced half of her family. And Jeff Bezos wants to be like, how dare you speak again? Like, of course, your powerful, wealthy self would not feel well that somebody else is speaking out against somebody powerful and wealthy. And then Andrew Carnegie wants to come also.
You think this is light work? Wait till your death. I think I saw something on Twitter that honestly, Twitter as a whole has had me fucking dead with his whole.
I need to get off Twitter because y'all don't want me to see heaven. They're talking.
If you follow me on Twitter from this, you know I was giving you the content you needed. All my likes and retweets were drop dead. Hilarious. I saw somebody tweeted, they were like, let me get off the internet before I let me get off Twitter before I get fired from my job.
Look, you get off Twitter and you're like, let me repent real quick. Let me go see a priest. I'm not even Catholic, but
no, but listen, that woman, she upheld a standard of very terrible industry, not industry, a whole fucking family, and it's unfortunate for the family that she's dead. For the rest of the world, we're not really feeling that sorry.
Shout out to
honestly, and all the people who are just like, oh my god, I can't believe she's gone. She was 96 years old. She was ready.
No, my grandma's around that age, and I don't want her to go.
Well, that's different, because
my grandma was well liked.
Exactly. Your grandma, didn't allow.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be making
fun of all of the. She wasn't wearing stolen diamonds to events.
Speaking of looking glamorous at events, shout out to Meghan Markle. Shout out to her for even showing her face.
That woman.
The way they treat her is so sick.
I don't even know why she even went back. If it was me, I would just say Harry and be like, you can take the kids, but I ain't going.
It's out of respect. But in the clips that they showed of her, she seemed very
nervous
in the background. Yeah, anxious, basically. Yeah. It's like you have to be on edge. His family's judging you, and then you got all of these people,
random people.
Looking at you.
The British media judging you.
Yeah.
Like a regular middle-aged woman with their children who refuse to give her a handshake. It's so weird. What did Meghan Markle do to you other than be Black, pretty, and get married to Prince Harry?
Did you see this one lady they were pointing out online? I think she had on a blue sweater. Meghan was hugging people and high-fiving them, and then you just see the lady give her this look at the corner of her eye. And it's
at your big age, you're trying to be mean girl?
Is it peppering you that she's half Black? Let it pepper you well. As a matter of fact, let it ginger you very well, as it should.
Spoken word right there. Honestly, Meghan, shout out to you for being respectful and being by your man. I know that was his grandmammy or whatever.
Yeah, so and good on you.
And you was just his trying his Meemaw. I know that was his Meemaw, and you was there to support him, and you don't give a fuck about nobody else. Shout out to you. You're a stronger woman. You're a stronger woman than most. But if it was me, if I was in her shoes, I'd be like, Harry, I love you, but for my own mental health, I cannot be seen in public at this thing.
We know, Brian. We know. Based off of everything you said, we know you wouldn't be
publicly. I cannot be seen at this fucking event, but I will come to the side door at the church and come sit next to you. When you guys are walking out, I will be behind you at the procession. But as far as doing the photo call, shaking hands, kissing babies, fuck that country.
Call Brian on Teams.
Zoom me in, Harry. Zoom me in, baby.
Let me see just to make sure.
Google Duo. Call Brian on there. He ain't coming.
Listen.
Oh my god.
The amount of so apparently the whole process of when she dies is a whole ordeal. So it's 10 days. So if she doesn't die in London, the body has to get moved to London, and then it has to be, I think, kept at Westminster for up to 4 days for viewing. It has to lay in rest. The body has to lay in rest. After it lays in rest, then it has to go to, I think, the actual final resting place. And then there's 5 days of mourning. Because now they have to change all their money, their stamps, anywhere where her image is like on official like government, like has to be switched over to like his son's face. And he's already acting a fool already. There's a clip of him like telling some servant to like clear the desk before he like makes this announcement. And he's like, you can't just pick that shit up yourself and just move it. Like, honestly, I just think the whole fucking monarchy needs to be abolished. I don't know why they're still in power, or even why it's still even a thing, but
at this point they're just figureheads, right?
They don't do shit. And they get paid by their government to not do shit.
They're like what the Kardashians strive to be.
Literally.
Yeah.
Which is sad. But well, you know, I'm glad she's gone. I don't know what her son's gonna do, but he looked like he's not finna be there that long. So with them sausage fingers of his, baby, he looked like he already got.
All right, let's wrap.
He already looked like he gonna have a whole.
Everybody say a prayer for Brian and his sins, please.
What sins? Speaking my truth. If I ever become famous and y'all try to use this against me, I'm gonna say it right now. I meant what I said, and I'll say it again.
Oop. Say what he said.
Entertainment Tonight. If you ever see this, y'all try to drag me on the internet for saying this shit, I don't give a fuck. Actually, I'm only 25. Don't drag me.
He said, and now I was young and I've learned from my mistakes.
I just want to. I put out a
that was 12 years ago, guys.
I put out a whole YouTube apology. I just want to let y'all know, you know, as an individual, I think
something sad. Okay. Record. I'm really sorry about the way it made you feel.
It's giving very much.
I'm sorry if you were offended, girl.
What was that show? What was that movie? Not Okay. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but I've seen all about it. Yes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
but
very much that.
Y'all ever drag me for this shit? Y'all should drag everybody else on the internet because everybody else has said it too. Oh well, honestly.
Well, on that note, y'all, thank you so much for being tuned in for this long. We really appreciate it. Shout out to our UK listeners. No disrespect, we love y'all. It's just that Miss Leslie has a couple of
not fans anymore. Sorry.
Yeah,
she just you know the fam didn't vibe right. But it's so whatever. Thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the do. We love it. Don't forget to comment on the podcast thing, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen. Watch on YouTube. Don't forget to turn on those notifications so you know whenever we post a new podcast or a new video.
Supports
we love
the young Black Africans.
Oh, that's a song right there.
Purr. You know what's another song? Out of the sea.
Goodbye, y'all. We out. She done. I can't. Give me this cup. Let me cheers and let we go. Courtney.
You have your cup yet? Wish I could be.
You finished yours already?
I think it's over there somewhere.
Oh.
Part of that world.
Hey. Lizzie's in a box. Lizzie's in a box. Lizzie. Cheers. Bye, y'all. We out.